Hello and welcome to Liam Doesn't Know Ball. I'm an American who objectively doesn't know ball, but that does not stop me from having opinions. I'm going to predict game week 22 in the Premier League. Arsenal may have turned a corner. I don't know. I can't really tell with that club. Right now, on paper, they aren't in crisis, but anyone who's watched the season play out will tell you this is not a continuation of last season. Yes, they're in third, which is good considering Liverpool have been so back on it, and they're, what is it, 1 or 2 points behind Man City. On paper, that would seem pretty good. You're still in the fight for the title race, but anyone who's watched the season play out will tell you this is not the same joyous squad. They're already under a lot of pressure. And now there are reports that Mikel Arteta might be leaving at the end of the season. I know he disputed them this morning, but I mean, talk is cheap. We'll see. I do think that they'll have enough to see off Nottingham Forest. They're just a better side, and Forest haven't been that good this season. So I think Arsenal will have enough to get past them with a 2-0 victory. Excuse me, a 2-0 victory at the City. This fixture just has 1-all draw written all over it, doesn't it? Neither team is exactly in a relegation scrap at this point. Everton need points, Fulham need points. I think that it'll be pretty typical Sean Dyche ball and, yeah, relatively unhelpful 1-all draw. Brighton are either scoring a lot right now or they're not. I think that Luton is going to be one where they score a lot. There are teams that can neutralize Brighton's ball hogging on the counter. Unfortunately, Luton just isn't one of those teams that has that quality, so yeah, I'm going with a 3-0 Brighton win. Sorry, Luton. Neither of these teams like to score a lot of goals. Sheffield United is very bad at keeping the ball out of the back of their own net. I basically think this is going to come down to Crystal Palace have enough dynamic attackers that they'll be able to find the back of the net once, and if they don't, or God forbid they lose, Selhurst Park is going to start to get very toxic and Roy's seat is going to get very hot. It's going to be really sad to see if that happens, but man, Crystal Palace, you got to do something. You got to at least bring yourselves back to life. As far as Sheffield United, just go down fighting. Just don't be embarrassed when you go back to the championship. I have nothing against you, just I call it like I see it. I'm sorry. In the last 3 meetings between these clubs, the home team has spanked the away team. In October of 2022, Newcastle beat Villa 4-0 at St. James's Park. Villa beat Newcastle 3-0 at Villa Park in, I think it was April of 2023. Then, in the first game week of the season, Newcastle beat Villa 5-1. I think the trend is going to continue, with Newcastle still facing a major injury crisis, rumors of some of their top players leaving. I don't think that the Magpies have it in them right now to end Villa's unbeaten streak. So yeah, I'm going with a pretty convincing 3-1 win. I know what you're thinking. I'm being generous to Burnley. Surely, a Man City team that has just gotten De Bruyne back, Holland is likely to be back, who the media has been questioning if they can go the distance this season. Yeah, I think they're gonna make this a field day at the Etihad, and just oh gosh, poor Burnley. I just feel bad. They're gonna run riot. This is going to be a fun match. I know that Son's still away on the Asian Cup, so he won't be available for Tottenham, but they're getting their magic man James Maddison back. They have seemingly put the injury crisis behind them. I just think at home with their magic man back, I think that Tottenham will win it, but that's not to say that Brentford will get lucky. I think that Ivan Toney will net again, and they'll put up a fight. Just Tottenham doing Tottenham things is going to be too much. Chelsea are one of my least favorite teams to predict this year because they're so inconsistent and there's no rhyme or reason necessarily to their inconsistency. Well, except for they're young, but that just makes them infuriating to predict. Because they'll keep level with Man City to see out a 4-all draw. Then they'll need a 2-man advantage plus in-game injuries to Madison and Van de Ven to beat Tottenham and lose to a Tonyless Brentford at Stamford Bridge at home. I can't with Chelsea. Admittedly, they have been getting more consistent. They seem to be gelling a little bit better. They seem to be beating the teams they should be beating more and in a more convincing fashion. But I'm sorry, these kids do not have what it takes to compete with an informed Liverpool side at Anfield who are going to do everything in their power to go out and win the league for Klopp in his last season. This is going to be a sneaky, entertaining fixture of two sides who are in pretty good form. West Ham have won 3, drawn 2, and only lost 1 in their last 6, while Bournemouth have won 3 of their last 5, despite failing to win in the first 9. So they are steadily moving up the table. They seem to have bought into areola ball, and they're starting to see fruits of their labor. But I'm sorry, I just think that West Ham still have just too much quality with Bowen and Ward-Prowse netting and a Justin Kluivert consolation goal at the end. First fixture of the first VAR controversy, screw up, of the season. And Wolves have been sneaky assassins at Molineux. Yes, everyone talks about Villa's home form, but so far this season, Wolves have beaten City, Chelsea, and Tottenham at home and seen out draws against Villa and Newcastle. Between that and the Man United crisis going on the pitch, off the pitch, managers fighting with everybody, they've sent Jadon Sancho out on loan. Marcus Rashford is apparently dealing with an internal issue with Ten Hag. I just think that they've got too many distractions, and Molineux will be too hostile for them. Sorry, Man United fans.